My name is Michele Derry. I graduated from Cal State San Bernardino in 2000 with a degree in environmental studies and a certificate in urban planning. I went back to school in 2005 and graduated with a master's degree in public administration, and I am a senior associate planner with the County of San Bernardino's Public Works Department. Well, I became a senior associate planner with Public Works through my education. My degree helped me out a lot. I was working for the county for about 8 years prior, so I did have experience working with the county. I had experience completing environmental review documents, and I came across this notification at the website. They wanted a senior associate planner. I applied for the job. I interviewed for the position. I did know people that worked here, so I did get probably some positive references from that, and one thing led to another, and I was offered the position. Well, a typical day as a senior planner, it's very dynamic. I start the day usually by checking all my emails. I want to make sure that if there's any emergencies that need to be dealt with early in the morning, that I'm on top of it. So I usually go through all my emails. Then I go through the projects, all the projects that I have, and of course prioritize. I have to know what's the most important thing for me to do that day, what are the most important issues in some of my projects. I have small projects and very large complicated projects that require a lot of time and energy. So I just kind of figure out, what am I going to do today, what's important for me to address, which projects are important for me to address, and I take it from there. My main job functions as a senior associate planner would be to review, edit, or prepare environmental documents. A second part of what I do that is important is developing relationships with people in-house, our engineers who design the projects, outside agency staff, so that would be state staff, federal level staff, other departments, and develop those relationships, build that trust, and work together to implement projects and solve the problems that are within the projects that are holding them back from being completed. As a senior associate planner for Public Works, the type of projects that I work on are transportation projects and flood control improvement projects. So whenever you see roads being widening or new roads being paved, new bridges being built, overpasses, over railroads or freeways, flood control projects in your neighborhood, in your community, those are the type of projects that our office is involved with. The part of my job that's the most interesting is probably the field work. When I'm able to look at a project for the first time and look around and see what the community is like, see what the environment is like. Are there any endangered species out there? Are there any cultural resources? Are there any historic structures out there? So all these type of questions pop into my mind, and it is a creative process to clear projects. It really is a creative process, and it starts with field work. When I was in school, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with my degree. And I took a planning class, and I developed a very good relationship with my professor. And one day he asked me if I was interested in being an intern. He received a call from the county, from a person in upper management and in the community development department, and they had asked him if he knew of anybody that would be a good fit, and he recommended me. And that led to me getting on board, getting my foot in the door with the county. And I worked as an intern for a little over a year. It was an excellent experience. It opened so many doors for me. I met so many people, so the networking was great. People were able to see what kind of work ethic I had, the kind of quality of work I produced. So it really, really helped open so many doors for me. Types of jobs that are related to my position as a senior associate planner for Public Works, the closest jobs would probably be urban planners in land use services. Any field involving water resources. Water resources, of course, are It's a very important field. I believe that Cal State San Bernardino, as part of their MPA program, does have a hydrology emphasis, and also there's many hydrology classes in their environmental studies program that I would highly recommend anybody who wants to pursue an environmental studies career that they take those classes. Some more advice that I would give students who are thinking about being an urban planner is to sign up for internships that are available. They open up so many opportunities for students that want to enter that field. Well, it's true. When I was in school at Cal State, I had 5 different majors. I had no idea what I wanted to do. When you come from high school and you enter into college, you have no professional work experience. Unless you intern, you really don't know what you want to be or what you want to do. I really liked the work that I did as an intern. I liked the environmental work in particular, and that was a strength of mine, and I could see that as an intern. I think it's very important that your work be a good fit with your personality, but I don't think sometimes it's easy to know that until you are out there in the world and you're actually working. And that's why internships are really important, because you can kind of figure out when you're an intern, okay, you've been given 5 different assignments by your supervisor. You know which ones you're passionate for, and you know where you're excelling. And I think once you know that, it's a natural bend for any individual to move towards something that they're passionate towards and they're good at. And internships opens up that door for a person to really understand, does that job meet my personality? Environmental studies was very complementary to my personality. I was an avid hiker. I loved the outdoors. I loved my classes, my professors. I thought it was all interesting.